for free!
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Star Wars action figure review on the 6-inch Star Wars Black Series Last Jedi's Elite Praetorian Guard. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get your Star Wars figures at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Oh man, did you see the new Star Wars trailer? I geeked out like crazy. It was amazing. I'm not doing a whole separate video talking about it because that's really all I have to say is that I loved it and I cannot wait for this movie to come out. I've watched it like 6 times. Probably going to watch it 6 times more. Anyway, looking at this figure, it looks pretty cool. On the side, it says Praetorian Guard in a couple of languages, or Elite Praetorian Guard. And then on the very back, you can see his number 50. There's a read up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. Then we get number 50 again. Not much more on the top and not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the Elite Praetorian Guard out of the packaging. Looking very cool. Very much reminds me of Emperor Palpatine's Royal Guards, as it's supposed to. Obvious. I mean, they're being very blatant about it, and I don't know. I think this is a very cool design. Nice upgrade, right? But anyway, there's different versions of these, and I'm going to show those off in just a minute, but this one comes with the spear. So let's get a closer look at that spear, and then we'll get a closer look at the Praetorian Guard. Stab you, and this is pretty cool. I like this. You know, we get some nice bright silver paint on here. Looking pretty cool. It's not too pointy or anything like that. And it looks very clean as far as the detailed sculpt goes, and the silver paint on these little specific spots right over here. A little fuzzy in that area, but really for the most part, looks pretty solid. You can see the texturing changes a little bit on the silver right there, so I like it. Looks pretty good. There's no weapon storage for this or anything, but that's okay. I'm going to have them hold it all the time anyway. I don't remember seeing the Praetorian Guard in either the teaser or the trailer, but there is this image that was released by Entertainment Weekly, so that looks pretty cool. You can see there's 2 different versions over here. Amongst these images over here where you see some of these guards with whips or sword or daggers, so I think that's pretty neat. You know, I'm sure Hasbro's going to milk it and give us all kinds of separate figures with different versions instead of just packing a whole bunch of accessories into one figure and re-releasing that, or I don't know. But either way, they do have different helmets, so, you know, I'm not too bothered by it. And looking at this helmet, it actually looks pretty good. I like all these little lines over here, so I think that's pretty neat. You could hear it right there. A little piece of extra plastic or something right there, though. A little imperfection. So, and then looking on the side right over here, you can see some little notches and gashes and little details in the back of the helmet. And it looks like they have this this underwear or something, or, you know, something that they're wearing underneath, or that could be their skin. But that looks kind of neat. All the little creases and stuff. Almost looks like a rhino hide or something like that, or elephant skin. And then looking at the arms, this is kind of a neat design. You know, I'll get into the articulation in just a minute, but you're going to want to keep an eye out for these 2 notches right over there, just giving you a warning. And then you have the hands. Both of them have gripping hands so that you can grab that spear, so that's pretty sweet. And then looking right over here, you can see some more of that rhino skin. And then I still don't know if that black dot is supposed to be there or not. Somebody please let me know if they have that on their figure, if they have this already. Then you get some nicely sculpted lines, very glossy red right over here. And then you get into more of a matte red for this lower section. You can see some more details. And then he has some black pants, so you can see the black pants right there. And then he does have more of that glossy paint for the boots and everything. And here looking at the feet, looks pretty good. You get some black right there, missing a little bit of black right there, but not a big deal. He still has the peg holes down there. We get the elite butt. Now I really like the articulation on this figure. We do get head movement, so he can move his head all the way upward and all the way downward. And you do get side-to-side movement over here, and you get some head tilting, and it does shift a little bit forward and back, kind of like those Marvel Legends. So yeah, I do like that. He does have these ball joints right over here on the shoulders, so you can see you can just pop those out right there. So you can rotate them forward and back. You could lift them up when you move the shoulder articulation, but they will pop out if you push it. So you can move the shoulders outward that far, you can move them all the way down, which I like, and you can't do a full 360 without that shoulder joint popping out. So, you know, when you're trying to lift the arms up this way, you can only go so far. And yeah, it's already popped out. See, yep, and there it goes again. Anyway, you do get rotation at the elbow, and I mentioned those 2 notches, so keep an eye out for those 2 notches, because that's going to help you with the double jointed elbows. Because when you find that soft piece right there that has those 2 notches, you're going to have an elbow joint above and below that. So you can see right here, this is the joint that moves above that little piece with the 2 notches, and then this is the joint moving below those 2 notches. And it's about 90 degrees, not 100. I mean, with this design, you can see see it's kind of tricky to do, but you know what? That's not so bad. At first, I didn't think it could move that much because I didn't realize there's a second elbow joint there, so I'm pleased with that. And then you get rotation on both of them, by the way, so you can rotate down here as well. Then he has wrist swivels, and they hinge up and down, and then on this side, you can see it's moving up and down as well. You get a diaphragm joint, and then he has diaphragm pivot, crunches forward, crunches back. He also has waist articulation, so you could rotate right over here at the waist, and then he has the hip joints that move all the way outward, and he will kick forward that much. It's a funny pose, and then he will kick back a bit. He has an upper thigh cut that's very stiff, but it will rotate. He has the double jointed knees that bend in all the way, so that's really good. Then his ankles do move down, they do move up, and he has ankle pivot. Now measuring out the elite Praetorian guard, you can see that he is standing just a little under 6.5 inches tall. And then for a size comparison, here's the elite Praetorian guard next to one of Emperor Palpatine's royal guards, and yeah, you can see the resemblance between these two. Then comparing this figure to a couple other Last Jedi figures, we have Rey and Kylo Ren. And I really think that we're going to see Rey fight the elite Praetorian guards, right? I mean, we have that scene where you see her battling it out with Snoke and everything, and I do want to get that Snoke figure, by the way. And then comparing this elite Praetorian guard to your average 6-inch scale figure, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Shing! Yeah, stab you. So yeah, I do like this figure. I think he has some pretty good articulation. Here he is on a Mafex stand, by the way. But I do have gripes. You know, the shoulder pads do pop off fairly easy, and these elbow joints are weird. I mean, I was able to manage to get them to move, but man, it took a while, and I do feel scared of breaking the figure every time I move those elbow joints around, and they don't really bend in as much as I'd like them to, so that's a little frustrating. I think they could have made these a little better, but I could see how it's difficult too, because that is an interesting design. So I do like the figure though. I think I'm going to get more than one of them. I would like to get more than one, but then there's going to be the different versions, so maybe I'm just going to want one of every version. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below. I'm going to try to do a video talking about the Last Jedi trailer today, because the more I watch it over and over, the more I actually want to do a video talking about it, because I have some speculations I want to discuss. So stay tuned. Possible second video later today. If you have not hit the subscribe button, please go ahead and do so. And if you're already subscribed, be sure to hit that notification bell so you know when the latest Shartimus Prime video is posted. Gotta give a big thanks to all these awesome people for supporting what I do here on YouTube. I appreciate it so much, you guys. And if you want to see a photo gallery of images, it'll be over at JediInsider.com, and you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. I'm gonna play with my toys today. 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 Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Hey, new Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.